Howdy freeze dryers. Did you know that there are hundreds of thousands of home use freeze dryers out in circulation now? But how many of those people are actually maximizing their efficiency? Chances are there are lots of you out there freeze drying that are still getting hung up on some of those inefficiencies of the freeze drying process. So today I'm going to show you my top 10 favorite freeze drying accessories, tools, etc. that are going to help you move through those inefficiencies in freeze drying. So let's get started. The 10 products we're going to go over today are not in any particular order, but let's start with number 10, and those are tray grates. You may have heard them referred to as tray grids, tray grates, tray racks. These are from a company called Frozen Right, which I am very fond of. The owner, Patrick, is what I would call an OG freeze dryer. He's been around pretty much since Harvest Right home freeze dryers came onto the market. So the grates from Frozen Right are extremely high quality. They're custom sized for Harvest Right trays. They fill the entire tray. They're great for layering fruits, vegetables, meats, anything like that. You can also flip them over to keep foods from sticking to the bottom of the tray. I find them super handy for strawberries, bananas, cherries, but also high fat content foods like meats. You can do fish or steak or even hamburger patties, things that have the potential of kind of sitting in their own oils and fats. This will keep them up off the bottom of the tray. A side note on these tray grates, they are also compatible with freeze drying supplies products, so you can use them with the stackers, you can use them with Parchment, and you can use them with lids from freeze drying supplies. Our number 9 product will go along with our tray grates really well, and that is pre-cut parchment paper. And you'll notice that I am not going to talk about silicone today, even though we do sell silicone, because I find the pre-cut parchment paper to just be a lot more usable and just a lot more handy. The pre-cut parchment paper serves many purposes. It obviously keeps things from sticking to the bottom of this stainless steel tray. Pesky foods like liquids, juices, high sugar, stuff like that. Even fruits sometimes stick to the bottom of this stainless steel tray, and when that happens, you end up leaving half of the food onto the tray, or you have to pretty much chisel it off of there. Another thing I like about pre-cut parchment is you can, once you peel it off, you can actually kind of use it to guide your food in directions, whether it's in a funnel or into a Mylar bag or a ball jar, mason jar. And even though I like silicone, definitely serves its purpose for sticking in things, I don't like the amount of cleanup and maintenance it takes. And another thing that people don't really talk about silicone is the fact that this puts a layer in between the silicone and the tray, which is more or less a barrier, which theoretically would slow the freeze drying process down. And before we go on to our next product, I want to talk about what is in the parchment paper. I know there's other choices out there besides our freeze drying supplies version. I want to tell you why you should probably, even if you don't buy from freeze drying supplies, do your research on parchment paper. There are these pesky chemicals called PFOAs. They basically apply them to the paper for whatever reason. You can do some research on those. Those are a lifetime product. They do not go away. They're not killed off by heat or cold or anything like that. Our parchment paper does not use that. It's made in America. PFOAs are illegal to use in the United States, but if you're getting parchment paper from Amazon or other sources, make sure that they are not coming from China, because China does not care about your safety and they are legal to use in China. So before you buy, make sure you do your research. Let's get on to our next product. This next product is my absolute favorite product that we have developed at Freeze Drying Supplies. It's one of our flagship products, one of the originals. It's very purpose built, and we built it from the ground up. Every little nook and cranny of this item is built for a reason. That'd be the food funnel. I absolutely love this thing. This funnel is made specifically for freeze drying and food packaging, and I'm going to show you all the benefits of this food funnel. If you're not familiar with the food funnel, it is basically a super fast way to package freeze-dried food, or you can use it for canning, you can use it for all different stuff. We just keep ours around in the kitchen just because it's handy in general. But basically it is a large enough funnel that you can fit a freeze dryer tray full of food. This is a medium size. It'll fit an XL, which is an enormous tray. and you don't end up spilling your food onto the floor, even if some comes out off the sides of the tray. But it's just an easy way to package up food. So some key takeaways: it will fill Mylar bags, and it's adjustable, so it will do all size bags. It will do wide mouth. It will also do narrow mouth mason jars, and it will do all size mason jars. So you can do the very tiny ones all the way up to the big gallon size. And also the inside of this spout is designed with a couple of flat spots. And what that does is regulate the food flow. That way you're not getting backed up, and you're also not flowing food through there too fast. Our next product is something that can also be used in conjunction with the food funnel, or just packaging in general if you don't have pre-cut parchment or you have some pesky sticky foods. This is a food scoop. This will fit into most Mylar bags. This is an inexpensive, very nice quality stainless steel way to just kind of take the headache out of packaging food. This is also developed by Frozen Right. Make sure you check out their website. Go say hi to Patrick. He has developed lots of freeze drying tools to help freeze dryers through the years. He's also an American-made, USA-based small business. And he is also our featured freeze dryer on our Facebook group this month. So make sure you check out his bio and all that stuff. I'll put a link down to the Facebook group in the description of this video. Next up is this little guy right here. This is probably my favorite innovation that I have experienced since I started freeze drying. And this is a Wi-Fi dongle that works with Harvest Right freeze dryers. It basically makes your freeze drying partially hands-free. You can watch what the freeze dryer is doing. You can see if there's any problems. You can also set it up to send you notifications and things on your phone. There's also preloaded recipes. So if you're freeze drying a specific thing, a casserole all the way into candy, you can actually set the settings for your freeze dryer on your phone, and it's already preloaded and it's ready to rock and roll. You just put in the ingredients, you watch it until it's done freeze drying. This also gives you over-the-air updates. So anytime there is an improvement in the software, it just automatically uploads the newest version. And it will also allow you to add extra dry time. It will allow you to do all kinds of different settings changes. This is only usable with the newer Pro models. So before you purchase one of these, make sure you verify the model of your freeze dryer to make sure this is gonna work on your freeze dryer. You can pick one of these up from Harvest Right directly, or you can also get them at freezedryingsupplies.com. And if you're on freezedryingsupplies.com, make sure you go into the chat, say hello. It's either me or my wife talking directly to you. We are the only customer service, so make sure you say hi, make sure you drop us a line. Next, we are going to talk about two different products. These are very near and dear to my heart because we developed these products, and I feel like they are the best option, best quality, best usability, and to me, they are unmatched in the freeze drying community. Those two products being tray dividers and tray lids. These two products are so important for streamlining freeze drying. These were first to the market. The dividers help you make equal size food portions. It makes packaging really nice. It keeps your food organized. It also keeps serving sizes equal. The tray lids are extremely useful for pre-freezing your product. That means you can have multiple batches of food in the freezer ready to put into the freeze dryer when your previous batch is done. It also allows you to stack multiple sets of trays in the freezer that utilizes space, so you can actually use your deep freeze for other things than just freeze drying products. The reason why these tray lids are the best, and you do not see copycats of these are patented. They are super thick plastic, they are super durable, they click onto the trays extremely easy. And it was never our original intention to do this, but I have seen people flip these over and actually use them as trays. They are designed to withstand the extreme hot and cold temperatures of the freeze dryer. Both the dividers and the lids, they're available in all sizes. Our next product is not a torture device unless you are a blueberry, because this next product is great for berries and poking holes in those pesky skinned fruits. This is another product from Frozen Right. This was developed, purpose-built. It's extremely high quality. I think this probably weighs 4 pounds or so. It's all stainless steel, handmade. It's another patent-pending design from Frozen Right. This is the most efficient way of doing blueberries, and it gives you the highest quality finished product in whole form. Our last handy freeze drying product helps alleviate some of the problems with cleanup, the drying process. This is a drying rack. This will actually hold multiple sizes of freeze dryer trays. It can actually hold other accessories too. It comes with a drying mat. It's very inexpensive. You can get these from multiple different places. I'll put a link for this specific one, but you can pick these up really cheap across Amazon or any of those big retailers. I like this one because it'll hold multiple sets of trays. It also has room to add your dividers, stackers, other gear. And then when you're done with it, you can actually just fold it up and stow it away somewhere. Thanks for joining me on the top 10 freeze drying products today. If you know of a product that you think should be in the top 10 and we missed it, make sure you let us know down in the comments. We are also super excited for the future. We have a lot of new freeze drying products coming out. If you want to stay in the loop and stay informed, make sure you join our email list. You can also join the freeze drying community YouTube channel. That is this channel. Just click subscribe. You can also join the freeze drying community Facebook group to see the newest and latest and greatest products. In the meantime, happy freeze drying and we'll catch you soon. Hey, you! Are you unlocking your full potential as a freeze dryer? If you're not signed up for the freeze drying community email list, you're missing out on pro freeze drying tips and freeze dryer giveaways, the latest sales, inspirational people in the freeze drying community, as well as invaluable food storage recipes. And most important, unlocking your inner freeze drying guru. Click the first link in the description to get signed up.